Hey guys, it's Nihongo Johnny and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name's Johnny and I talk about all things paranormal and Japan, so if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely click subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and hit the bell for more notifications. I put out spooky videos every Friday. And today I thought we'd talk about a sort of new creepypasta slash urban legend, and I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of this if not seen the picture. As you probably know from the title, we're going to be talking about Momo. And just to give you an idea of what this creature looks like if you haven't seen her already, I will post a picture right here, and it is a very scary looking woman. She has creepy black hair, bulging eyes, she has this horrifying smile that looks like she's plotting to kill you. She kinda looks like me after I've had my first coffee at 4 in the morning, but we'll keep that a secret. In all seriousness, this is not the type of creature I would want to encounter at any point in my life. But lucky for us, this creature is not real, however the story behind it is a little bit more horrifying. The Momo you saw in the picture is nothing but a sculpture. It's located in a gallery called Vanilla Gallery in Ginza. For those of you who do not know, Ginza is a very beautiful district of Tokyo. It's sort of like the Beverly Hills of Japan in a way. I think one school there even requires their students to wear Armani to school as a school uniform. But yeah, that's kind of off topic. My main point being that Momo is nothing but a sculpture, and it was created for this sort of ghost gallery that happened in 2016. I remember when the picture first came out, and most of my friends were using her picture as their profile picture on social media, so that was definitely one creepy summer. If you were to look at the entire sculpture, it is even more creepy than just the face. I'm not going to post the whole thing here because it does have a little bit of quote-unquote nudity, and it would make it so I'd have to mark my video as mature content, and I don't really want to do all of that. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll throw a link in the description below. It is really creepy though. It has this woman's torso with these legs of some sort of bird. It reminds me a little bit of Tengu from the Japanese mythology. The actual creepypasta slash urban legend of Momo spread during July of 2018. It became really big after a YouTuber named Reignbot posted a video involving Momo and all the creepy stuff that was happening. And I'll link that as well in the description below. It has a lot of creepy stuff on it, so if you guys want to be scared, feel free to watch that in the middle of the night. It is really creepy. At this same time, a post on Facebook was also going viral. It was getting tons of thumbs up and tons of shares. It was a picture of a creepy woman with a cry for help on the top. It also linked the number to Momo on the bottom, saying that if you wanted to contact Momo, go right ahead. This spread like wildfire and people began making their own videos and own photos in order to scare other people around the world. And it worked because so many people in different countries began to develop interest in this whole Momo thing. I personally think that the things people created were even more creepy than the original. They had some vines and some WhatsApp recordings and they were just really creepy. All of this hype sparked the Momo challenge. And I do not advise any of you to ever play this Momo challenge. It is very dangerous. It's so much more than just a silly paranormal game. It can cost you your life. Even though Momo herself isn't real, the people on the other side of the phone are, and that's where it gets really dangerous. These are people with bad intentions that you do not want to get involved with. There was originally only one number that you could use to contact Momo, but then it grew to 3 and 4 and 5 and just kept growing, and there's so many numbers out there now, and that's because there's a lot of copycats. Supposedly, if you do get into contact with Momo, she sends you these horrifying pictures, some of them being murders and torture and sometimes animal abuse. They couldn't be found anywhere else on the internet, so people were thinking whoever was sending these messages were taking those pictures. It said that you could contact her through the phone or through an app called WhatsApp, and those are the only two ways I believe you can contact her. I think when I seen this happen online, most people were using that application called WhatsApp because it was thought to be a little bit more protected, even though you're not really safe if you try to reach out to this Momo. Not only does it send you these horrifying images, it also leaks your personal information and it will use that against you to blackmail you. And it begins to harass you, which is where it gets really dangerous. Depending on which number you call, Momo can speak different languages. I've heard that she speaks Spanish and Japanese and English. This whole urban legend was especially big in Spanish-speaking countries. If you do get through to her, you'll hear this really weird heavy breathing, which turns into this demonic growling, and then you get this spine-chilling voice that talks back back to you. Sometimes it sings to you, and sometimes it responds to what you're saying. It seems to change depending on who's calling. Once again, I just want to say you guys should never call these numbers. You never want other people to get a hold of your information, and not only that, it will open doors to cyberbullying and blackmail, and that can be really dangerous. There are a lot of videos out there of YouTubers calling Momo, and a lot of them don't even get through to her nowadays. But the ones that do, I kind of wonder if it's fabricated just for entertainment purposes. There's many variations of this Momo game. One says that the number itself is cursed, and once you call it, you place a curse on yourself, and that just leads to horrible things, and Momo will come after you. But I feel like they say that about everything. So I don't know how true that curse is. The other version is that if you contact Momo at 3 a.m., you cannot let her contact you more than 2 times in a row. You constantly have to be sending messages back to her, or else she will appear to you and try to harm you. That one I don't think is real either, but it is a version of this story. One other version that is real is that Momo will play a game with you. She'll tell you to do things and take pictures of it, which leads to things like bodily harm and even suicide. There was one 12-year-old girl in Argentina who actually took her own life because of this game. I know there's a lot of people out there saying, oh, she's stupid for even doing it, or oh, she's stupid for throwing her life out over a game, but when you think about it, when you're 12, that kind of game seems fun, and you don't really know the consequences of it. And on top of that, she was probably really scared. You can only imagine how scared you got over things when you were 12 that don't seem scary now. So it's hard to put ourselves in those shoes, but it is really sad that this girl did pass away. There are a few ways to protect yourself if this does happen to you. One thing is if you contact Momo, you do not have to respond if she contacts you. Just ignore it, do not give in to it, because you never know who you're talking to. If you start to get harassed and it doesn't go away, or if it's telling you to kill yourself, please go directly to the police. You're not going to get in trouble. You will save your own life as well as probably someone else's who they target next. So if it's still going on, don't hesitate to go to the police or other authorities. Once again, it's not Momo who you should be afraid of, because that's just a sculpture that was not intended to have this purpose. Somebody just created that for an art gallery and it never was intended to have these purposes. What you should be really wary of is the people on the other side of the phone. So I want you guys to stay safe, and I will leave you with that. As always, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and hit the bell for more notifications. I put out new videos every Friday and I always look forward to it. I love talking to you guys in the comments, it's so much fun. So I look forward to what you guys have to say, and I will see you all for another spooky video next week.